Hey everyone, it's Megan from Bookish Delights. Today's video is my October wrap up, and before I get into that video I just want to say there are going to be a few changes on my channel, and starting with, usually I upload on a Wednesday, but I'm switching that to every Friday. There will be an upload because it's just easier for me where I'm working and I have a little bit more time on Fridays to do any last minute edits or anything, so it's just easier for me. And moving forward, I don't think I'm going to be doing any monthly TBRs unless there is like some sort of readathon that I am participating in. I am a huge mood reader. I do not stick to my TBR list, my monthly TBRs, so I figured just cut that out entirely and just upload more videos, maybe other book challenges. So let's just hop right into it. So I did not read that much this month for some reason, the month of October, even though I love like any paranormal and horror books and any mysteries and all that. I just did not do well in October. If you guys have seen my TBR for October, it was that I was challenging myself to read only Mary Higgins Clark, and I thought October would be the best month to do that because she has a lot of mysteries and thrillers, and I failed. I really failed. I read a total of 2 books for October, and it's just because I hit a slump. I hit a really big reading slump. Usually my slumps only last for the last week of that month, but for some reason it just hit for all of October, for the entirety of the month, and I'm hoping that November is a little bit better, so I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the book I finished reading a few days ago was Remember Me by Mary Higgins Clark, and this is basically, all of her books follows different characters. So the gist of this was that there is a couple, I'm trying not to get the light on the cover, the married couple, Menley and Adam. They go to Adam's hometown for like a little vacation, and she is an author, so she's using where they're staying on the Cape, that's Adam's hometown. She is writing a child's story, like a middle grade book based around the history of that town, and while she is writing that book, she's finding more and more history about it and uncovering stuff that has happened in the past. And while that is going on, there is another married couple where the husband and wife, they were out sailing, out diving, and there's a storm happening, and the wife ended up dying, drowning, getting lost out in the water and drowning and washing up like a couple weeks later. So they're trying to figure out if it was just a freak accident or if she was killed by anyone. And as the previous couple that I mentioned, Adam, he's a really good lawyer, so he takes on the case while he's supposed to be on vacation, but because it happened in his hometown, he wanted just to help out, and so he's helping the husband to try and get him free because he doesn't think that it was the husband, because usually the husbands are the first suspects. That's just how it goes, and it's just kind of unfolding. It's not who you think it is. Adam and Menley have like marriage problems because they had their own accident a couple years ago involving their son, where their son had died in a tragic accident, and they have a daughter, and she is dealing with like PTSD. So it is really good. It's just a really good story, and I'm not describing it well. I'm not giving it any justice, but I would recommend this. The other book that I read was actually an audiobook, and that is Time Goes By, I think is the name. If it's a different title, then I'll just pop it up on screen. And that is by Mary Higgins Clark, of course. And it's basically a news reporter. She is reporting on a mysterious death that happened in the town. A wife and a husband. The husband had early onset Alzheimer's, and I think he had it for 8 years, and then he had mysteriously died, and it turned out that he was murdered. And the wife is on trial. I can't remember their names, but their wife is on trial, and the reporter is just trying to bring justice because she doesn't believe that the wife had done it. So she's trying to help out and uncover her own stuff for this, and she's also going through her own things where she was actually adopted, and she's just trying to figure out who her birth mother is. So she's doing her own investigation as well, and her two friends are helping her try to figure out who her family is. And you kind of don't realize it, you don't expect it to be who her mother actually is, but it's a nice ending. It's a really good read, and I would recommend any of Mary Higgins Clark books to anyone if you're really into mystery and thriller. She really does that genre well. And then the book that I'm currently reading that I did not get to finish in October is A Stranger Is Watching. I don't know too much about this yet because I'm not too far in. And it's just basically there is someone who so far kidnaps a woman and soon to be stepson. It is not her actual son, it's her fiance's son, and that's about as far as I've gotten so far. It's just basically the setup was just how it all happened, like how the woman and the child got kidnapped and how the kidnapper done it, just how it's all played out. And now I'm at the part where the neighbor actually seen a car driving without headlights down the road, and it came from the person's house where the woman and child was kidnapped, and the neighbors kind of think it's a little strange. So that's as far as I got in that one so far. I'm going to continue reading that book. And before I go, I'm actually going to show you 2 books that I have bought recently to give you a little bit more content because I've only read a couple of books. And I got these 2 books at my local dollar store. And the first one is Your One and Only by Adrian Finley. The cover is really nice, and most of the cover is like it's kind of textured, it's kind of rough, except for the big heart here. It's really smooth and glossy. You kind of see the light hitting off of it. I don't know what this is about. I just saw the cover and it was really nice, and this is just the book on the inside, nothing special. And the second book that I bought in October was But Then I Came Back. This is a really nice cover as well. This is by Estelle Laurie. I'm not quite sure how you would pronounce that last name, I'm sorry, but I just thought the cover was really nice because black and white, and then it's just big bold font, and it just caught my eye. I bought these 2 for $3 each at the dollar store. They looked really nice. Again, just a basic black with white lettering on the spine. I like the white on the black. So those are the 2 most recent books I have. I hope you guys liked this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon to receive any notifications for whenever I upload a video. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.